Hello and welcome to the Master Program, or your personal training program in general. So in the great words of Tony Stark, let's do this. And unfortunately, no bums will go off. However, there will be micro traumas in your body which will lead to muscle growth and building a mountain like behind. So Karl Mckenna here, I'm going to take you through really the master template that has taken me a few years to build, and it's always ever evolving, and one of the reasons why I love what I do. Because when it comes to programs, we used to just do programs, but we actually have 4 phases or 4 tabs for you, which is known as the initial, just general information of your name and kind of the focus, so a snapshot of what's going on. So whenever anyone in our team is reviewing, this is where they'll look at. They'll then look at the start point because they'll have your goals, what you're looking for. It'll also have your structural balance assessment. So it means that anyone in that team, in our team, can be helping you to move forward if you ever get stuck. So never be afraid to reach out. Then we have the notes section. So if you personally just get stuck and you're like, what does that mean? This helps as a reference for you so you can read through it. And then phase or program name will be your program, the training method that you use. Bit of an overview what the initial phase looks like, just as so. Now with your coach, there's a variety of goals that they have. And so obviously they'll select the priority for you to start with. And that's what we'll be working with. Then you have your start phase. This will track and house. And really, to me, it's like my second brain. It's what houses all the data and information for when you first started with us, your structural balance assessment, strength testing, an idea of what you're wanting to achieve. And we're going to track that month to month. So keeping on top. So no need to edit this. Your trainer will do that for you and your coach. But this is more of a glimpse so you can see. So if you forget, you can always reflect and see how you're progressing. Then the notes, as I mentioned, a lot of information there, but it's just to help you out. And if you do get stuck, just understand that there's a section for deload phases as well, because not everyone likes maths. So if I quickly show you here, just outputs, so here it is. We just have a section where it does, if you're doing a deload week, what the sets you would be doing for the deload week would look like. Then from that, we'll get into the crux of the program itself, how it looks. And I'll actually look into the program also. So here in the phase, the top part of the program is going to indicate the date, start date, what's the main focus, the method that we're using, like normally the rep scheme or the training program itself, your name, your coach's name, the focus of that program, what we want to achieve, a bit of a guide of the days to train and the days to have off, rest days. Then when you scroll down, you've got your warm-up routine, you've got your workouts, and then you'll notice this section here, preload, max volume, and deload. So if it's white, follow the guide. So if it said 8 sets, 5 sets, you do 8 sets and 5 sets. If you see it's highlighted in green, this is an indication that you'll follow the tab above, or it'll be indicated accordingly. So if it's green, it indicates a preload week. That means you're going to do 1 less set from the given work set. So you do 7 and 4. Reason being is I like to use this personally for when you start your first program, you're going to probably do a few extra sets because you're working close to failure or close, finding what load to do. So this works more well for hypertrophy and fat loss phases. In a strength phase, not so much. I do more of a technical loading session where we're just working out what's the load we want to start with. And sometimes that takes a bit of time. You take a little bit longer in the warm-up. So this does give a bit of a buffer so you don't run over time. Max volume week is when you increase the set. So if again, if it was 8 sets, you're now going to do 9 sets. And that's where you've probably become pretty efficient at your training program over the last 3-4 weeks. So now what we're doing is looking to add a little more volume, challenge that a little bit, add a little bit more volume to challenge the body a little bit more to stimulate a little more muscle growth, aid a little more fat loss, or just challenge that nervous system to become even stronger so we have a greater period of adaptation. Then we have a deload week, so then we can recover, eat a little bit more, possibly, if assigned, and that would be in yellow. And as I mentioned, you can calculate 9 sets, 40% of that, but if you're like, what is that? Don't worry, it's there for you. So if you did 9 sets last week, you'd be doing 5 sets for deload week. You would lift a little bit lighter, which would be probably looking around week 1, week 2 loads that you lifted as a guide. So yeah, that is your program message for you. I hope you enjoyed and have a lovely day. And what are you waiting for? Get started, get training. And remember, Sundays, it's good to be a fat cat because that's where you're recovering because you've been hiding from your exercise. But you're not hiding, you're maximizing recovery. If you need any more information or want to stay on top of everything, these are our platforms that we're across. And any questions, email always at info@vitruvianhealth.com.au, and we're always here to help. Thanks.